Picture this: a sunlit Parisian street, a stolen painting, and a murder mystery that pulls you back into the world of George Stobbart and Nico. Welcome to Broken Sword 5, The Serpent's Curse, a game that brings back the essence of classic point-and-click adventure, with all the intrigue, charm, and occasional frustrations that come with it. Broken Sword 5 opens with an art heist that quickly spirals into a tale of conspiracy, ancient secrets, and a hefty dose of humor. As George, the ever-unflappable insurance assessor, and Nico, the inquisitive journalist, you're drawn into a globe-spanning mystery that involves everything from shady galleries to historical puzzles. The dynamic between George and Nico is as delightful as ever, full of witty banter that fans of the series will find comfortingly familiar. The game's visuals are stunning, a perfect blend of classic 2D art style with modern flourishes. The hand-drawn backgrounds are lush, bursting with detail, and really set the scene for each locale you visit. Whether you're poking around a Parisian cafe or wandering through the dustier corners of Catalonia, the environments feel alive and distinctly atmospheric. The vibrant color palette and expressive character designs make Broken Sword 5 a joy to explore, capturing that nostalgic feel while still feeling fresh. The puzzles are a mixed bag, which is par for the course with point-and-click adventures. There are moments of genius where solving a riddle gives you a satisfying sense of accomplishment, like piecing together the clues hidden in a painting or figuring out how to distract an overeager security guard. But then there are the less memorable puzzles, the ones that make you wonder if George and Nico need glasses because you swear you've clicked on everything 3 times already. Still, the variety keeps things interesting, and when the puzzles hit that sweet spot, they really shine. The writing remains one of the highlights of the series, and Broken Sword 5 continues to deliver the engaging storytelling fans have come to love. George and Nico's adventures are peppered with dry humor, cheeky references, and moments of genuine warmth. There's a comfort in how George seems to remain endlessly optimistic, even when things are going sideways. Nico, on the other hand, adds a sharper edge to their dynamic, balancing George's easygoing nature. Their relationship is full of endearing moments, particularly for fans who have watched their partnership grow over the years. The side characters are equally memorable, from art critics to shady dealers, each adding their own bit of flavor to the story. However, pacing can be an issue. The narrative starts strong, full of intrigue and action, but it slows down at certain points, especially when you're wandering around trying to figure out what obscure item combination will solve the current conundrum. At times, the game's reliance on backtracking can feel tedious, which might test the patience of players new to the series or those used to more streamlined gameplay. But if you're here for the story and the characters, it's easier to forgive the occasional slowdown. One thing that feels like a bit of a letdown is the lack of evolution in terms of gameplay mechanics. While the point-and-click formula is inherently nostalgic, Broken Sword 5 sticks closely to tradition without introducing any bold changes. There aren't many new twists to the gameplay that could make it stand out in today's adventure game landscape. Veterans of the genre might appreciate the consistency, but it leaves you wondering if the game could have benefited from taking a few more risks. That said, Broken Sword 5 delivers exactly what fans want: a cozy, familiar experience with beloved characters and a story that scratches that puzzle-solving itch. There's something inherently comforting about diving back into this world, hearing Rolf Saxon reprise his role as George, and matching wits with Nico as they face off against yet another ancient conspiracy. The voice acting remains one of the game's strong points, adding a layer of charm and character that makes it easy to get attached all over again. Musically, the game delivers a captivating experience, with a soundtrack that perfectly complements the unfolding story. The soundtrack underscores the story beautifully, with tracks that range from mysterious and tense to light and playful, fitting each moment perfectly without ever feeling overbearing. The music does a great job of setting the emotional tone, whether you're sneaking through an old church or interrogating a rather suspicious bartender. It's this attention to atmosphere that really makes Broken Sword 5 stand out, drawing players into its world and keeping them there. Despite its flaws, Broken Sword 5 is a love letter to fans of the series and to the point-and-click genre itself. It's not groundbreaking, but it doesn't need to be. It's fun, it's familiar, and it's full of the charm that made the original game such classics. For newcomers, It might feel like a bit of a step back compared to more modern adventure games. But for those who grew up clicking their way through mysteries, it's like visiting an old friend, one with a penchant for getting themselves into increasingly bizarre situations. So, what's the final verdict? Broken Sword 5. The Serpent's Curse gets an 8 out of 10. It's charming, it's funny, and it captures that classic adventure game feel that fans of the series crave, even if it doesn't push the boundaries of the genre. If you enjoyed this review and want to see more, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.